Hi everyone, this is Sally Harris. Hope you're doing well today. Today I want to talk to you about how do you know you're ready to re-engage with your adult child. So maybe you've been estranged from your son or your daughter and you're wondering when is it time to actually re-engage and try to make amends, right? So I have two tips for you to consider in regards to that. Now keep in mind that there are a myriad of reasons why you've gone astray, why your child has gone astray, or the estrangement overall. So number one, you have to realize what are the issues, right? So you have to really take that into consideration and ask yourself, are you healthy? Because if you as the mom have not done the work that you need to do, as I tell my clients, stay in your own lane. You need to focus on your health and your child needs to focus on theirs. You only have control over what you're going to do. You do not have control over your son or your daughter's choices to get healthy, right? So something you really need to keep into mind is that you need to focus on, have you done the work that you personally, as a mom, as a woman, have done on yourself to assure that your part in the process, because a lot of moms don't want to take, they don't want to take responsibility that they had any part in this, okay? It's not always a 50-50, he said, she said, it's your fault, it's the child's fault, right? Every situation is different. So I'm not trying to say that it's just across the board, 50-50, like it's your fault, it's their fault. It doesn't matter what percentage, it doesn't matter. What you need to do is take a look at how did I contribute to the issue? How can I change things? Because we can't change the past. So how do I change things moving forward to make things better? So if your son or your daughter has been estranged and you are considering, maybe they've reached out to you or you're considering reaching out to them to try to re-engage and to try to mend the relationship, you need to really ask yourself these questions, because you have to know, if you have not done your work, your part of the relationship is not going to be any better. You need to work on communication techniques. You need to work on boundaries. You need to work on enablement if that's something that you're struggling with. And so really doing that self-care on yourself and making sure that you're getting what you need just out of life in general, because if you're not taking care of you, you can't be your best to show up for them either as a mom, right? So if you're still being triggered by them, and the thoughts of what has happened in the past, you still have work to do. And that's okay. And there is no time frame that this needs to be done in, and there's no time frame as far as, how long it should take, right? Every situation is different. Every mom is different. And then lastly, keep in mind that there are going to be differing opinions. So you have to accept the fact that your son or your daughter's, perception of what happened, what didn't happen, what was said, etc., is probably not going to match yours, and that's okay. So keep that in mind, and you have to be ready for that, okay? If there's any violence or physical abuse or anything like that from your child, obviously that's a no-brainer. You do not continue in that relationship, because you will end up back at number one, where you need to continue to do work on yourself. So number one, ask yourself if you're healthy. And number two, be prepared to have differing opinions on what has happened in the past. That's just the way it is. And we have to accept that. And it's not always going to be our way. And many times you just need to let bygones be bygones and not bring up every single thing that's ever happened between the two of you. And you'll know when you meet again with your son or your daughter, you're going to know, A, if you've done the work, right? And then B, you're going to know if they've done the work that they need to do, because the two of you are going to come together as healthy individuals. Because when someone is coming back into that relationship that was toxic, if it was a toxic relationship and one of you's done work and the other hasn't, it's not going to work. So I hope that helps you. I know it's very difficult to have an estranged child. And I just want you to know that there is always hope. As long as there's breath, there is hope. So if you are interested in one-on-one coaching or group coaching, you can click the link below and set up a time to talk with me, and I would be happy to talk with you about the services that I offer and see if we're a good fit. Okay? I hope you have a good evening. Thanks.